Hey, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I am Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight show for UFC Fight Night. Holohan versus Smolka, and wow. Great fights top to bottom from the first prelim fight to the main event. Yeah, this is a post-fight show for the main card. Give my rundown of who won, who lost, and it was amazing. Let's get started with the main event, which was in the flyweight division. It was a 3-round extravaganza. Well, there was a finish. It was Patrick Holohan versus Luis Smolka in the flyweight division. Wow. Okay, I got this one wrong on my predictions. I had Patrick Holohan winning by a decision due to strikes. Luis Smolka did his thing. They were trading shots and they were going for takedowns and they were reversing positions and they were doing a good job on both sides. It was a hard-fought fight. But Luis Smolka was able to eventually get top position and sink in that rear naked choke, which happened 4 minutes and 9 seconds into round 2. I thought a riot was going to break out in Dublin. I started to see things get thrown in the cage, and I thought, oh man, the Irish fans are just going to riot, because their guy lost in the main event, and it's bad enough they already lost their original main event in this with Joe Duffy getting injured. Luis Smolka, wow, did his thing. Now his name's all over the place. Beat a big name in Paddy Holohan in his division. Good job, Luis Smolka. Can't wait to see more of you. Then let's move on to the co-main event. The one I'm probably the happiest about this one. It was in the lightweight division, Norman Park versus Reza Madadi. Man, I called this one pretty spot on. I knew that Reza Madadi would be trying to use wrestling. Norman Park would be able to stuff him and land some shots, and that's what happened pretty much each round. There was takedowns on both sides, but Norman Park had the more effective takedowns, and I believe he had 1 or 2 more takedowns. And Norman Park landed some good clean shots when he had Reza up against the cage. En route to 30-27, unanimous decision. Good job, Norman Park. I love you, bro. Oh, man. Thanks for getting that victory. Thanks for doing it. Oh, man. I knew it. I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. Plus, just being a Dominic Cruz fan, knowing that you're part of his history, I gotta give, like you, I just, oh, man, I'm so glad you won. Oh, okay. And you needed this win, too, because you're coming off 2 losses, and who knows what would have happened had you lost. I'm sure Dominic Cruz is happy, I'm happy. So, keep up the good work, bro. Oh, man. And a couple of those decisions, he had that you lost, bro, in Norman Park, were pretty close decisions. I mean, they could have gone either way. Yeah, so there you have it. Norman Park, 30-27. He stuffed those takedowns, landed some takedowns, and landed some good shots in the center of the cage. And when he had Reza up against the cage. Then we move into the welterweight clash of the ages, also on the main card. Darren Till versus Nicholas Dalby. I was scared out of my mind because someone's O had to go in this. You had 2 undefeated top prospect welterweights in this fight. Darren Till, the British guy, Nicholas Dalby, the Danish guy. A lot of you guys know I root for the Danish guy. And Nicholas Dalby was losing the first 2 rounds. Gets to the 3rd round. Nicholas Dalby goes for broke. And this is what I always talk about. Fighters need to go for broke. When you know you're down 2 rounds, you have nothing to lose. I mean, if you get submitted, so what? If you get knocked out, so what? I mean, you're going to lose anyways. don't leave it to the hands of the judges. So go for the finish, go for broke. And Nicholas Dalby did that. He went for broke. And next thing you know, no one's had to go because it was a majority draw. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Yeah, so who knows what will happen with both these fighters down the line. The UFC could say there's going to be a rematch, but that could always change. Yeah, the fight just ended. Oh, man. I'm so happy for Nicholas Dalby for not getting a loss at least. I was so afraid he was going to lose. I was like, when they read the scorecards and had one for Darren Till, and I was like, oh, okay, so the other two are going to be for Dalby. And then they're like, oh, and it's a draw, majority draw. I was like, oh, man. Okay, it wasn't quite what I hoped for, but we'll take it. We will take it. Yeah, good job, Nicholas Dalby. Oh, man. So happy for you, bro. I mean, yeah, of course it would have been nicer if he got the win, but seeing him not lose was also just so... I was so happy about that one. Yeah, and I think Nicholas Dalby will come back bigger, better, stronger. He will learn from this fight. He will improve on his striking because really it was a lot. There was a lot of stand up in this fight, and Nicholas Dalby was being outstruck the first 2 rounds. So if he rewatches this fight with his coaches, I think he could learn tremendously from it. So Nicholas Dalby, if you're watching this fight, if you're watching this episode, I mean, watch the fight with your coaches, see what you did wrong, and I guarantee you will be better next time. So, yeah, just keep getting better, bro. Love you, man. Yeah, then to kick off the main card, in the flyweight division, we had Neil Seery versus John De Los Reyes. Wow. Yeah, round 2 submission, guillotine choke. Neil Seery didn't see it coming. Yeah, that guillotine choke was just... It was there, and he capitalized off of it. Neil Seery did his thing, and he's pretty up there in age, especially for a flyweight. So I had him counted out in this fight. John De Los Reyes is the young stud that's expected to win in a lot of people's minds. So Neil Seery getting this victory, it keeps his career alive for now. And who knows, he could maybe be in title contention down the line. There's not a lot of flyweights out there to compete against. So he could find himself in that top 10 easily and being in contendership for the belt. Who knows? So there you have it. That's a post-fight rundown of the main card. Also, the Darren Elkins fight was real good. The Tom Breeze prelim fight was real good. Yeah, Darren Elkins won by unanimous decision. Nice to see him stay in the top rankings because I've been talking about how he's going to be a big deal in featherweight division for ages. And, he went on some losses and I was like, ooh. But, yeah, Darren Elkins getting that win solidified, okay, maybe I wasn't wrong. Tom Breeze, yeah, Darren Elkins beat Robert Whiteford, and Tom Breeze beat Cathal Pendred. Tom Breeze too, I called this one too. I knew he would win by knockout. Wasn't sure what round, but yeah, it was TKO punches. Round 1, 4 minutes, 37 seconds. I just knew Tom Breeze striking would eventually find his range and land some hard shots. So there you have it. Great fights, top to bottom. If you haven't seen it yet, watch it. If you don't have Fight Pass, get Fight Pass and watch it. Top to bottom, amazing pay-per-view caliber card all around. So that wraps up my post-fight show for this. Stay tuned for my next episode, which will be Henderson versus Belfort, Part 3. This is going to be a great middleweight showdown of the ages. Two veterans, two legends in the sport go Dan Henderson. And I'll do a pre-fight on that, so stay tuned for that. And I don't want to say when, but obviously before the fight in a couple weeks. So there you have it. Man, great fights, great fights. So see ya.